Okay, so this demo is going to be showing you how to fillet the barramundi. The barramundi has some really big spikes and really big bones, so you want to take care here not to stab yourself, and just be careful because they also have quite large scales, so we don't want that in the food. Same principle as with our smaller snapper. We're going in behind the head, down along past the wing. Okay. Now again, we're using the spine to navigate. Just be wary of these here. If ever you do fillet barramundi, you will have your barramundi fillets arriving portioned, so you don't necessarily need to worry about this, but you will be doing this as part of your assessment. So again, the knife runs carefully along the spine. Navigating the bones. Barramundi does have some really big bones. So when it gets to the tail, we're just going to flip over the spine, go through. Carefully running along these bones. And when you get to the big bones here, you might have to use scissors just to cut them because they are really quite thick. And your fillet should come off. Again, those big bones can be there. That's our first fillet off the barramundi. Okay? Then we're going to flip this fish, moving any scales out of the way, and repeat the process.
You think this barramundi is it wild or?
90% of the barramundi you'll find is farmed, pretty much up north. There's a famous company called Whoop-de-Doo. They provide a lot of barramundi to WA.
So as a species it works well farmed?
Yeah. Still used in a natural habitat, but in big pens. These are our skeleton off, and there are two barramundi fillets. Again, this fish has the cheek, if you want them. Not a very big one. Maybe it's a bit better. Actually, forget about that, we'll just delete that before I get to that. Okay, first thing we need to do is we've got our barramundi here. We just need to remove the bones that we cut through before. And there's a rib cage here. So we need to just navigate underneath that carefully. Quite often people will just cut this away, and you can do. The barramundi belly is quite sought after. So that comes out. Now, what I'm going to do is just tidy this up for plate size. Now you can use this, there's nothing wrong with that. Fish soups, fish cakes, risottos, whatever you like. This belly part is really good. But we're just going to remove that just behind the back fin. And that's actually really good if you fry it, deep fry it. We've got some bones here we need to remove. because they are quite big ones, so we just have to be careful with that. I'm going to show you the portions. Just check for bones. Tidy up this end of the fillet. Again, I'm not sawing up the fish. Now, when you portion, always just look at the fillet and think, right, how much can I get out of this in regards to nice portions, but can I get 4, can I get 5? Depends the purpose. Standard portion's 180 grams, but in some instances that can be quite large. So for me, 1, 2, 3, you get 4 good portions here, and then this tail part is not great to eat, so it's a nice, see how it goes through, and one fell swoop with a knife, okay? You don't want to saw at the fish, 1 portion. Maybe you can get 5 out of this one, because they look quite hefty portions. Don't waste things like this. Take the flesh off them, fish cakes and whatnot. Just some nice portions of barramundi there, okay? All this stuff, like I said, fish cakes, soup, stocks, and we'll just tidy up the other fillets so we get a load of even portions. So I can see, I'm just checking no bones, can't feel any bones, that's good. There's possibly a slight one there. So barramundi portioned up. So all that, stock, soups, whatnot, you've got plenty of portions here for cooking. So when you do your cooking at home, you're going to receive a portion such as this one, okay? Now, just before you put it in the pan, some chefs prefer to score the fish, just to stop it buckling and to provide better visual. That means that you do need a little bit more care when turning it in the pan or lifting it out of the pan, because you have more opportunity to wreck the skin there, okay? Okay, next dish is our barramundi dish, okay? First thing I want to show you is our teriyaki sauce. So in here we have our soy sauce, mirin, ginger, brown sugar, garlic. That's going to go on the stove, just to warm through. That's our first job. Basically following the recipe that's in your book, all goes into the pot. Just make sure that garlic and ginger is nicely minced for me. That can come to a simmer, okay? Now I want to talk to you about the other ingredients. We've got spring onion here, batons, bean sprouts, we've got bok choy. So the bok choy roots I've washed and left them fairly chunky. Over here I have the leaves. These are going to go in right at the end, okay? Because they can take a lot less time to cook than the stalks do. Okay, so it's important that we keep them separate. Capsicum, stir frying. Carrots, peeled and cut on the angle, Asian style. Minced ginger and garlic. They need to be ready for our stir frying. We've got some Chinese cabbage or wonbok here, chiffonade, coriander roots. Okay, so it looks like there's a lot happening, but it's a fairly straightforward dish. We've got our barramundi, okay, and it's going to be served with stir-fried vegetables. So we're going to use a teriyaki sauce to coat these stir-fried vegetables. First thing we need to do is get our barramundi roasting in the oven, because this will take a longer time, whereas as this is resting, we can finish our teriyaki vegetables. So that's what became of my original barramundi that I filleted. I'm going to take a nice fillet, So there you go. And season this up, both sides, with salt. Now I've got a non-stick pan here. I'm going to bring this to a medium heat. A splash of oil inside. Okay. So it's important here we don't have a roaring hot pan. We want to render the fat that's within the skin to get nice and crispy, okay? So, skin side down, just hold it there. Turn the heat down. Hold it there for a little bit. And I've got my oven preheated here to 180 degrees. I'm going to start the cooking process in this pan and finish it in the oven. So it would be nice to have a nice fish weight that keeps the fish nice and flat. In this instance, we're just going to roast it skin side down in the oven. If we try and cook the barramundi solely in the pan, it won't get crispy, and the fish will actually overcook on the outside as opposed to get the skin crispy. I'm going to just keep that there, render that skin, having our oven preheated. Once I've got a nice colour on my skin, this is going to go in the oven. Got to about halfway there. Now my teriyaki sauce has come to the boil. Now in your recipe it calls for you to add cornstarch to this to thicken it. Personally I don't like to do that. I like to get my sauce boiling, set it to one side to infuse, and then just glaze my vegetables with the sauce so it's not too salty. So that's my sauce. Comes to the boil, put it to one side, ready for finishing the dish later on. So here, barramundi, ready to go in the oven. 4-5 minutes. Have a look at it. So as you can see here, it's 99% of the way there. I'm just going to flip this and just let it rest on the white side, because if you don't turn it, that skin starts to soften. You want to keep it nice and crispy. At this point, we're looking for a nice piece of fish like that. So that's our barramundi, nice and crispy, not burnt. I'm going to leave it in the pan to rest for a little bit and go and make my teriyaki vegetables. So I've got another hot pan here, medium heat. Now normally we do this in a wok, but I'm well aware that you may not have a wok at home, hence I'm going to do it in a normal sauteuse. Okay? A little bit of veg oil in the pan. Should be very hot, but it should not be sort of really smoky. Now, we need to work quickly here, so have the mise en place ready. And I've got my sauce on the back, ready to deglaze. Okay? So first things first, I'm going to go in with the capsicum and carrots. Spring onion. Keep moving it. You want to keep these nice and al dente. Now at this point, the reason why I didn't put the garlic in first is because I don't want it to burn. Garlic and ginger, minced, and go in. Keep it moving. 1 block of stalks. So that's halfway cooked. Bean sprouts. Leaves. Cook them down now, but very, very gently, in terms of 30 seconds in the pan, and that's it. Chinese cabbage. Probably not all of it. Coriander roots can go in. Okay? So this is a lot of vegetables for the amount of fish that you've got. You may not need all of it. Last thing, I'm just going to glaze with our teriyaki sauce. And only a little bit, but you're going to steam this now. I'm going to keep those vegetables nice, just cooked. That is about where we want it. So I've got my mixing bowl here, ready to catch my vegetables. here you do have to work quick, okay? Likewise, I've got my barramundi over here. Now we're ready to plate. So, let that rest and warm my bowl. Fried shallots, coriander and lime. Just roughly chop this coriander. You won't need that one block. Teriyaki veg. Barramundi. Coriander. Little salad there. And lime. Barramundi with teriyaki vegetables.